All right, we are the 25th of July. I'm going to do a quick I Ching reading. I just wanted to point it out. I hope that you guys paid attention to this, because this is a rare alignment that we won't go through again in this lifetime, and it's called the Barbault basket. It was on the 20th of July that it started, and it went on for 4 days, but it actually affects you for the next week, I guess. So I'm starting to try to get used to astrology and learn astrology. So it's going to be a long journey on this one. But anyway, the Barbault basket, this is what it looks like in the alignments in the astrology chart. Okay, so it looks like a basket. And the reason it's called the Barbault basket is because there's 4 planets that are aligning all at 4 degrees. Okay, so that's why there's 4, 4, 4, 4. So we have Jupiter, Pluto, Neptune, and Uranus, and they are all aligning at 4 degrees. So if they are in your chart at 4 degrees, anywhere in your chart, it would affect you in a different way. So I'll just read this little thing. It gives you a general idea, and then I pulled a I Ching question on it, and we'll read that. So it says, today, July 21st, which was 21st was 3 days ago, is not an ordinary day. Today is the final peak of the rare 444 alignment. 4 of the most powerful planets in our solar system, Jupiter, Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto, all gathered at exactly 4 degrees simultaneously, forming what astrologers call the Barbault basket. And apparently they call it the Barbault basket because this guy, his last name was Barbault, did some predictions, and he actually predicted the pandemic in 2020. He's passed away now. This configuration has never existed in our lifetime. This is your last peak energy inside the most powerful cosmic alignment of the century. This alignment is bringing abundance that arrives without warning, breakthroughs in situations that felt permanently stuck, answered prayers you almost stopped believing in, unexpected opportunities that change everything, deep healing in places you stopped expecting to heal, and fated encounters with people meant to change your story. Affirmation that you can use is, I received the final and most powerful wave of this rare alignment today. Everything meant for me is arriving right now. My life is changing in the most beautiful ways. Are you ready? Okay, so let me put this aside and let's see what the I Ching has to say. We have number 49, so I've got 2 hexagrams. We have lake over fire, and then we have mountain over fire. So this hexagram is changing into this hexagram. Hexagram 49 is resolution, which is the beginning of a new cycle, and it will be changing into gracefulness, which is beautifying things, and the fire illuminates the mountain. All right, so and there's 3 changing lines, which are on the top part of the hexagram, and that has to do with your reality, I believe, or your ideal. I gotta remember that one. Anyway, we have 3 changing lines, so we'll see what those have to say. So resolution. Okay, so here, conflicting energies are brought together with the lake suspended above fire. Fire and water destroy each other. And what's happening right now in Canada. So this hexagram points to a time of deep contention and eventual change. The strife may well give rise to change, but change can also give rise to strife. There is no easy way to resolve the present situation. Do not panic and impose changes which are not appropriate. Keep a cool head and take a long-term view. Then you will be able to see the way forward and see when it's the right time to make changes. Even if you make the right decisions at the right time, it will not be an easy process. It will require determination and persistence. As long as your motives are not purely selfish and you persevere with the process of change, the result will be a change for the better. Okay, so we have the 3 changing lines on the top, so I'm going to read number 4. So the 4th line in the hexagram is, there is no place here for small-minded or selfish action. If you take a wide and tolerant view, you will be successful. Narrowness of view will lead you into a cul-de-sac. All right, number 5. So the fifth line is, you are now in the position to bring about considerable change, but you will need to make it quite clear what you are doing so there are no misunderstandings. And the top line is, you have won through and brought a major change into effect. Now you have just some small adjustments to make before stability is restored in your life. Don't shy away from what are only minor changes. Okay, so we have number 2 hexagram, and that is number 22. 22, gracefulness. All right. The top hexagram represents the mountain, and the lower triagram, is fire. So we have the image of light at the foot of the mountain, illuminating it in the same way as many buildings are lit up at night, often making them more beautiful and attractive than they are in the cold light of day. The message is simple and straightforward. This is a time to look at the outside form of things and simply enjoy them for what they appear to be. The inner content is not of any importance right now. In personal relationships, it is time to put the emphasis on good manners and courtesy, to act in sophisticated fashion and leave aside delving into the inner workings of the psyche. If you have a creative side to your nature, indulge it now, as you will feel specially inspired. By contemplating the outer beauty of form, it is possible to see an order in life and see its inner beauty. All right. Number 4, the changing line is, it is generally better to take a simple course rather than surround yourself with the material trappings of the world. In that way, you can more easily find true friendships. Line number 5. Once you have opted for a simple course, you do not need to try to impress others with lavish gifts. It is the spirit of giving that matters, not the size of the gift. The top line is, this line signifies a greater understanding of form. It is not adornment or embellishment that makes something beautiful, but rather understatement and simplicity. Okay, so now let's pick a card and see what that says. I'll pick 3 cards. Yeah, so try and find something that you are interested in and just, focus on that. I don't know why, but astrology seems to be coming up for me, repeat, like more than once. So I think Spirit is trying to get my attention to focus on that and try and learn that, what do you call it? Craft, I will say. We'll call it a craft. It'll be an interesting journey. All right, so we have the zebra, open-mindedness. Yes, there is more than one way of looking at things. You must be ready to accept alternative viewpoints and new ideas. You must open your eyes to new ideas and new ways of resolving problems. We have the hawk, spirituality. Fly above and beyond your day-to-day thoughts to observe them from a bird's eye view quietly, quieting the mind and detaching from your thought patterns puts you in a better position to take in messages from your spirit guides. That's true. The ant, perseverance. This is a message of patience. Whatever is going on right now, you cannot be so impetuous. By pacing yourself, the end result will be far more rewarding. Slow down, don't rush, work carefully, and learn to accept help from others. Alrighty, let's look at the other one. See what the other animals have to say. Let's see. Keeper of secrets, the lynx. Time to take out from the world. Take time. Take time out from the world and be the observer. Nothing can deceive you when you trust your knowledge. You see others' secrets and keep them sacred. In silence and solitude, you will find your strength. Okay. Next, we have the dog friend. Today, I will love without condition. My energy and enthusiasm are an inspiration. I choose to be happy, and I'm a protector and a friend. I love dogs. Power, the grizzly bear. I am indestructible. I honor my intuition and go where it leads. Love and gentleness are my strength, and I never give up. I will succeed. Perfect. All right, let me grab one card from the universe and see what the universe has to say, and that'll be good for today. Thanks for staying up till the end, for those who have. I really appreciate it. I always like to see what the universe has to say. If people are gossiping about you or spreading rumors, don't fall for it. No one is worth lowering your vibration for. Let it move through you. See it for what it is, which is a reflection of their pain rather than the result of your action. That's a good message. All right, so my message is be kind to yourself and others and do something you love today. All right, see you later.